Hey Cowboys Nation, this is Cowboys Abroad. I just want to talk to you a few minutes about the Dallas Cowboys receiving corps. It seems to be that the Dallas Cowboys receiving corps has gotten a reputation these days for not being able to produce, being at the bottom of the pack, being at the bottom of the league. And as a concerned Cowboys fan, I just wanted to take a look into the Cowboys receivers numbers. Look at each one of them. Look at where they are, and try to see if we can pinpoint what the issue is, and who's doing what, who's producing, who's not producing, who's getting the job done, and who isn't, and try to uncover what the true situation is here. Now, I was just looking at this. At the stats, and I just go online to say right off front all the stats in which I received. I pulled them offline at ProFootballReference.com. So I just want to put that citation out there. That's where the numbers of the receivers come from that I pull. Receivers, I'm looking at obviously our receivers. We all know, we as Cowboy fans likely know who our receivers are. Going down the list: Terrence Williams, Tavon Austin, Alan Hearns, Mike Gallup, Dante Thompson, Cole Beasley, and one receiver that we just recently picked up. For obvious reasons, we're not going to cover today. It's Bryce Butler. Because Bryce Butler don't have any numbers with us yet. So we're not going to really look at him just yet, because quite frankly, there's nothing to look at. Anyway, moving on. What I want to first do is look at Terrence Williams. This is going to be real quick and real simple. Terrence Williams had 2 catches for 18 yards. He was targeted 3 times, so his catch rate is 66%. He's been put on IR, so we will not be seeing Mr. Williams for 8 games. So really his production at this time is really immaterial. So we're gonna move on for that. Although I question why it is that we only targeted Mr. Williams 3 times. That I don't get. Why Mr. Williams haven't played more time, got more touches, that I don't get. I don't understand. Let's look at Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin has been a solid production for us. He has 3 touchdowns on the season, 2 receiving touchdowns, and 1 on the ground. Looking at Mr. Austin. Mr. Austin has 5 receptions, at 5 targets. His catch rate, according to Pro Football Focus, is 100%. Although in the Detroit game, I personally myself believe he dropped the pass. I don't know why that's not in this stat, but in either case, let's just say it was 5 out of 6. Even if that was the case, Tavon Austin has produced well for us. His stats are 5 receptions for 81 yards, 2 touchdowns in the receiving department. Yards per reception, 16.2. That's outstanding. What's not so outstanding, and what is confusing to me is, if he's giving you 5 out of 5 or 5 out of 6, however you want to look at it. What I don't understand is why it is that Tavon Austin has only gotten 5 receptions. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't really make sense to me why it is in the Carolina game, Tavon Austin got 0 targets. And in the Detroit game, The game we just played, Tavon Austin, the guy that has the highest catch percentage on the team, got zero targets during the Detroit game. Doesn't make any damn sense to me. I don't get it. We've put our faith in the next two receivers I'm going to talk about, which is Allen Hurns and Michael Gallup. Allen Hurns currently 7 out of 14 targets, 50%, catches half of what he gets, 81 yards. So he has gotten 9 more targets and got 0 more yards than Tavon. He's got 9 additional targets, but they got the same amount of yardage. Does make sense to me. Does that make sense to you? In any case, that's what we've elected to do. That's where Mr. Allen Hurns is. 7 of 14, 81 yards. That isn't exactly getting it done in my book. It just isn't. Michael Gallup has a 41% catch percentage. Let me say that again. 41%, not even half. 5 out of 12 for this is, really quite strange to me. 81 yards. 81 yards. Tavon 81 yards, Hurns 81 yards, Gallup 81 yards. Yet Hurns and Gallup have twice as many touches as Tavon Austin, and we still continue to go down this road. Deontay Thompson, 7. Deontay Thompson, 9 out of 12. 9 out of 12, 75% of the time, Deontay Thompson brings it in for you. He's got 83 yards on the season. Deontay Thompson got 0 touches during the Detroit game. Even though he catches a 75%, usually pretty sure handed for you, but he's getting 0 targets during a game, an entire game. This is just not adding up to me. The old receiver with the most receptions and targets, Cole Beasley. Now, Cole Beasley has was targeted 21 times, and out of those 21 times, he caught it 16 times, 76% catch rate, catch percentage, 11.6 yards per catch. Beasley is doing his job. He's doing his job, and have no issues with Beasley. The trouble is that I'm looking at these receptions, and I've already named off 2 receivers that had games that we went whole games without getting no touches at all, and we have receivers through 4 games of the season has gotten 5 touches each. Tavon Austin and Michael Gallup, they've gotten 5 receptions each, I should say. We Cowboys, let's just be realistic about this thing. We ain't not giving our receivers enough touches. I'm looking at this thing, okay, and if you look at the numbers, I did the research, and on average, there's about 230 offensive plays across the NFL in a particular game, between 67 and 84 offensive plays are ran. Let's just say it like that, per game. So let's just say we got about 70 plays per game, offensive plays that are going to happen per game. And through 4 games of the season, we've only targeted our receivers 67 times. Less than 25% of the time, we even tried to get the ball to one of our receivers. That ain't gonna get it done. And out of 67 times that we tried it, we've only been successful at 40 for 44 receptions. We not there. 61% catching the ball. We're not talking our receivers enough. Let's just put this in perspective. I was looking at the receivers, and we look at Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley has the most reception yards and the most targets on our team. And we look at him, and I compared him to other receivers in the league. And Cole Beasley is number 52. I'm going to say it in Japanese. Goju ni. Goju ni means number 2 in Japanese, number 52 in Japanese. Number 52. That's where Cole Beasley sits. The 52nd most receptions. 52nd. There's only 32 teams in the league, and we got our leading receiver sitting at number 52nd with the most receptions. And you look at that, and you look at this, and you look at this a little deeper. The second person with the most receptions on our team is our running back with 15 receptions for 128 yards. Our running back got more receptions and more yardage than every receiver on our team not named Cole Beasley. And then we wonder why our receiving core, is ranked toward the bottom. The bottom line is we need to get the damn ball to our receivers. We need to target them more. Give them an opportunity to catch the ball. Our receivers are not getting a fair evaluation. As it stands right now, they're just not getting a fair evaluation. And looking at the numbers, we're not trying to target our most reliable receivers, which in itself is a problem in this thing. So we need to figure out who we can rely on to get the ball to, and then push the ball down the field. Because quite frankly, 67 targets, less than 25% of a game. Even trying to get the ball to the receiver, really just not gonna cut it. That's what we're looking at. Now, I'm not prepared at this time to say that our receivers are trash, or our receivers can't catch, or anything like that. Because when you only throw the damn ball to them in 4 games, you don't throw the damn ball to them 5 times. What the hell else we supposed to expect? What we supposed to do? Over a 4 game stretch of time, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers that got less than 5 yards per game, got less than 5 targets per game. What we supposed to do with that? There's a simple saying, I say it all the time. That means you can't catch what's not thrown to you. If they don't throw the damn ball to you, how the hell are you supposed to catch it? So let's just keep that in mind. Cowboy Nation, as we as we listen to the analysts and we look at the blogs, and we ready to trash our receiving core, and say our receiving core ain't shit. Before we do that, let's take in consideration that these guys are getting the damn ball on average about 3 passes per game, and that's just on average ballpark figure. And a couple receivers are not even getting that. How the hell are they supposed to get in rhythm? How their percentages supposed to go up if they don't get the ball in that direction? Anyway, let me know what you think. It's not about me. This is an interactive discussion. Please leave your comments in below, your questions, your concerns, your feedback. I love to discuss the issue with you. I love talking football. I just do. I've been around the game for a long time, and I love the game of football. And I just want to thank you guys for watching Cowboys Abroad, putting up with me as I go through this detailed look into the receivers and their numbers and where we're at. Appreciate you watching. This is Cowboys Abroad. I'm out.